What's going on, Danoon Platoon? It's your boy JT Disc Golf. It has been a while since I brought you guys a video. So it is a nice 60-degree day in October here. So we're gonna get out and throw. You guys know we're at Danoon. This is our kind of our home turf. And it looks like they changed pin locations. So I'm actually super excited for today because it's probably been just about a year since they have actually last updated these pin locations. So I took a look on the way in. They actually have been doing a wonderful job. So I think it's been getting enough complaints to where we actually upkeep this course, help out, and make it look nice. So I'm excited about that. Another thing I want to bring your attention to today is my new sponsorship. So I have been selected and approved to be sponsored by Goliath Discs here. Josh runs a wonderful company down in Iowa, and I am super excited to be part of the team. I am on Team Gladius, so I am looking to make my way up, build this company, and I just couldn't be more happy and thankful for Josh for accepting me onto his team. With the stipulations, I do have to throw 50% of my bag being Goliath Discs, so that's what the video is going to be about today, is me doing my actual first bag throw of these Goliath discs. I threw a couple before I was sponsored by them. I got to know them, but there are a few discs that are coming out. They haven't been released yet. They got PDGA approved, but they're not out. So I can't wait to get my hands on those. But the ones I do have, there are some I have not even thrown yet. So I am actually looking forward to you guys seeing my initial throws with these brand new discs. Let's go on to hole one. So on hole one, I'm going to throw my Rapture. I absolutely love this disc. I've thrown it probably one entire round, but to me it almost reminds me of my Discraft Zeus. So it flips up nice to flat for me, finishes back out. I'm left-handed backhand, so it's going to finish right for me. You can see on this pin location, we're going to try to hit that gap on this left side, and it's actually not too far, so I should get there in one if I don't absolutely destroy my first shot, which can happen because I don't get out too much. Chalk up the old pawls here. My big old mitts. I like this pin location stuff. I think my wife is going to be pretty happy about that. She'll want to get out here soon too. Bear with me, guys. That wasn't bad. I might have overshot it a little bit. Not a bad throw. I like that disc a lot. So I actually shot it probably 35 feet past the basket, almost dead straight. So that was a really good shot. I just kind of gave it too many beans. So the putter we use here at Goliath Discs are the Genesis. I have been using these putters. This is one putter I bought before I even got sponsored, and it's taken me a while to get used to. I usually putt with the Discraft Lunas, and those are pretty bulky, heavy, no glide. And I tell you what, these Genesis, like if you're putting from long distances, or if you don't really have a strong arm, this is the putter to get. It's not a selling point, but they glide so much. They are incredibly glidey, so you barely even have to really give it any spin, and she's gonna get there. Oh, 35-foot putt. This is a big one. Right off the bottom of that cage. Good putt though. Well, after taking that, what should have been a 2, I'm all right with that. I mean, that was a good rope on that first drive. Can't really be mad. Almost a putt. I was 2 inches low. So we're on hole 2. We are going to use my Goliath Redemption. The numbers there on it are 5502. It's kind of like a buzz to me. More like a pretty beat-in buzz, so pretty comparable. I do like this disc too. Haven't had so much practice with it yet. It's one of my new ones that I picked out. But we'll see how it does. I usually take a buzz on this hole. So if I just go with the Redemption, should be pretty much the same thing. I think we overshot it again, but it's actually not bad. I should have a putt if I can make it. Well, I overshot it again. This one not so bad, probably 25 feet overshot. Really not bad, just slight uphill coming back. Not a whole lot of wind. Just gotta test out the new putters and put one in. Man, this is nerve-wracking. This is like a $30,000 putt right here. Nothing. That was a 25-foot putt. I gotta learn how to putt, guys. That could have put me one under. Looks like we'll be tapping out for par. Yep, with that complete air ball of a miss, we're going to have a 5-footer for par. Man, that's not looking good. I'm missing putts here. That's 2 in a row. So, on hole number 3, I'm looking at using my chain breaker. This is another Goliath disc here. Super slim profile. It almost reminds me like a Simon Lizotte tilt. They're very, very slim profile. I've never thrown this before. I'm gonna aim for this left gap, have it dump all the way to the right in between those 2 trees here. I've never thrown it, so I'm actually pretty excited to see how much it actually turns like a tilt. So we're gonna give it just enough off to the left, and we'll kind of improvise and practice with this one. Holy cow, that is like a tilt. That sucker did not go straight at all. For a driver, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe use it like a tilt. I'm pretty sure the numbers are like a driving number, but I barely gave that anything. And she just immediately wanted to flip upside down. Well, I guess that takes birdie out of the equation unless we can run one for 150 feet. But we'll pitch out there from the woods. Well, at least we're out of the woods. Not much of a look though. We do have a downhill, so I don't want it to slide down too much. I think we'll just give it a soft bid with the Genesis. Might just have to tap it in for 3. Yep, pretty darn close for 2. I'm happy with that. I can at least tap that putt in. This putt I had an excuse to miss. Not bad here, probably less than 10 feet. Yep, straight in the middle. It's par again. We're even, going on to 4. Well, it's nice to see this pin location has changed too. As you see in the videos, I usually forehand because it's usually up. You want to hug that right side, and it's all the way tucked into the left. I see they just put it left here down this chute, so that's actually pretty nice. Which allows me to use my Goliath Gyra. It's a 5.5 -1/1. Every time I throw it, she usually just dumps left. So we're gonna give it a try, and then we'll talk about kind of what I think about the Goliath discs, and so far me throwing them, what I've noticed happen when I throw them, or what I see the disc flight pattern, how that affects with my throws. Not a bad shot whatsoever. What I notice is how glidey these discs are. Every time I throw them, I barely have to give it anything. And she just wants to go, ride that air bounce, and she keeps on going. That one is past the basket too, like 20 feet, so I should be able to make that one. Let's get our first birdie. So kind of like I was just saying, is like I'm brand new to this Goliath disc, you know, my brand new sponsor. And what I've noticed is with their discs, I believe they're all prototypes. They're still very, very new in production. It's, you know, it's still a new company. They've come out with probably one of each disc, and then we're gonna hone in, and from what I've been hearing is we're gonna dial it down, come out with more discs based on, you know, what people are reacting to, you know, the rest of my teammates. What are they seeing happen with the discs? What they wanna see out of these discs. The flight numbers, we might have to change a couple of those. Either that or have our own system and run something that's pretty close off of it. But what I notice is we see a lot of very, very understable. I haven't thrown my ambush yet. I'll have to throw that for you guys. But that one's kind of like a disc calf thrasher. It's supposed to just have a beautiful flight to it. And I don't have a strong arm, but anytime I give it any oomph or any extra power, I mean, she's flipping over right away. Great roller disc. I've been practicing with that one on my rollers. But otherwise, like the chain breaker, that one I thought was going to be like a really nice like Discraft Force powerhouse. But it kind of looks like just a farther throwing tilt. So having to bag 50% of these discs, I'm excited for it. But I think it's definitely going to be needing a lot of work on my part to learn these discs and how to throw them to where I can actually compete at a good level. All right, so it turns out I way over launched this. I am probably a good 32 feet past this basket here. I got a tailwind. Putting has not really been on today, so I gotta put one in here. I need a birdie here. Yep, there it is for you. That's a nice birdie to get. I mean, they should all, like, it's not a far throw. You just got to be hitting your putts, but if your putts aren't on, you know, then you're in trouble. So we are finally 1 under going into 5. Should be easier from here. I actually really like that gyra for this throw. So for those of you probably wondering, like, why a sponsor? Why do you need a sponsor? What are you going to get out of a sponsor? Are you going on tour? Basically, the answer to the tour question is no, I don't think I'll be going on tour, especially not professionally. What I would love to do is the Wisconsin tour. So basically, I would love to become a local pro around my area and just basically travel around Wisconsin and their tour here and just do that one. I believe I can do that one. It might take a lot of work, but I basically want to grow Goliath Discs. It's, you know, everyone's super awesome. Their Facebook page is incredible. I love all the people on there and their comments. You know, they do the same thing I do. If they're noticing something or a flight with a disc, they'll put it on there and be like, hey, are you guys throwing this like this too, or is it just me? They'll do pictures, like videos of their forms with the discs, and just any tips and tricks that it actually takes to help out. So, no, I'm not looking to go pro, but being like a sponsored player for a team and trying to build that disc golf community, that's one of the biggest things I'm looking for here. And just having a team's disc to throw is a huge help. So here at hole 5, it's a cheater hole. I mean, we're looking at probably 277 feet, you know, it's a par 4. It's right between that skinny little gap there of those trees. I should be able to get it there with the Rapture. Not sure if that's, you know, my #1 disc choice, but for what I have right now, just being only Goliath discs in my bag, I think my Rapture is my most confident disc, you know, that I can throw out there. So you won't probably be able to see when I throw here because I'm going to step right in front of you guys, but I'll try to get out of the way. See if I can't come close for you. There we go. Stay left. Nope, short 20 feet, but I think we got a putt. Yeah, not bad. Like I said, I think I was 20 feet short here. A little bit of a straddle stance. That might affect it a little bit, but shouldn't be anything super hard here. Nope, I'm gonna take the eagle on that one. So actually, that puts us to 3 under. Look at that, just like that. Let's get it going. No, I can't tell you how much I like moving these pins to the short locations, especially in the summer. They have a hard time maintaining this course. So having the pins in the shorter positions helps a lot, not only for finding your disc, but just being able to come on and play. So with this straight shot, you can see there's 1, 2, 3 skinny trees in the middle of this fairway. That basket is down at the end of that one, probably behind it 20, 30 feet. I'm going to go with my redemption. I'm going to try not to airmail it this time, but I think that's probably my best choice for this shot here. Not even close. Wow. So with how far I've been throwing that disc lately and it just gliding, I did keep it at that hyzer, you know, after you see my release, I kept it at the hyzer thinking it would just slowly coast back in. But no, she actually held way too much hyzer than what I thought. Either that or I released it funny, but it ended up way short and to the right. I thought it would definitely hold the line or flip up the flat and then finish out at the end. Still learning these discs, you know, I have a lot to learn. Got a lot of progress to go yet, but like I showed you, this is my first throws ever with this just Goliath bag. So see if I can't make a putt here. Probably close to a 35-40 foot putt here. I definitely can get it there. Now it's just a matter of connecting with some chains. This would be a big one in the books. A little bit too far past it. That's fine, that's tap in. We got another pretty straight shot here. Same pin location as always. So, dead straight. I think I'm just gonna go with that redemption again. You know, it's been doing pretty well. It glides a lot, so I don't see me needing to disc up to anything. All right, we'll find out. Find out if that's the right call. Right under the basket. Good call. Redemption time. We are still on the same hole. I decided to show you guys this would probably be the best and only really hole to throw my ambush. Absolutely love this disc. I think it's super fun. You can actually create a lot of lines with this. But the more you give it, it's 12.6 negative 3.2. I mean, it might as well be 12.6 negative 10.0 because she just flips. But I'll try and see if I can throw a roller for you guys. I'm gonna throw it on a hyzer release and watch it pop up and come over. Watch that just curl over. Yeah, it didn't even have enough room to come back out there. A little less hyzer. If I would have thrown that to flat, it actually probably would have worked out really well. But I wanted you guys to see the full effect, where if I threw that thing on a hyzer, how much she popped up, turned over, and even came out into the roller, and it took this whole fairway just to do that. So if you have a wide open like roller shot, like I do when I play Root River, that's a perfect hole. But ones on tight courses like this, I'll still have to learn how to throw that disc. There we go. Less than a 10-foot putt for a birdie. I like it. Capitalize on it. I believe that puts us to 4 under. Let's go. There we go. We're on hole 8. We have a 178-foot throw. Dead straight. It's in the short location. I'm going to go with my gyra. I'm going to practice this backhand turnover with it. I'd like to get that shot down. So the more I can practice with this one and nail this shot, it'll be happier to learn this disc selection. I think we do have a headwind, so we'll aim to the right fairway a bit and let it just come back. Go in. Right next to the basket. That's pretty close. So I didn't get a chance to use it, and I thought I would use it on this hole, but I really wanted to practice that backhand shot, that turnover. But this right here is the Goliath pillar. This is probably the staple and one of my favorite discs to throw, as I like the dynamic disc Justice. It's basically the same disc in my mind. So it basically just dumps. You can do a whole bunch of shot shapes with it. It's really, most likely, I like to say my utility disc. If I'm stuck in a pinch, I need a quick out, I need a flex, the pillar is the way to go. So I'm kind of show you the pillar. It is very stable. So I'm going to take this left route here. I'm gonna go up and over this left side, and hopefully that works. Just got to give it the right distance here. Nope, a little short and a little right. Nope, probably 5 feet past the basket. Nothing hard. Right there, it takes us to 5 under. Little bit different basket location on this one. I'm gonna go with my Goliath pillar again. So if you see the basically empty open fairway they just mowed, which is absolutely fantastic, is just to the right there. You could probably see the top of that band. Instead of giving it a redemption straight at it, I think I'm just gonna come close, try to nail that birdie, come in that high left to right route. No wind, so we should be looking okay. I just can't be afraid to get it left. I think we're fine there, maybe 15, 20 feet. I'm gonna try the same shot. You know, we're out here just practicing, getting to know these discs. I'm gonna go with the redemption. I know that one fades a little bit at the end. So I think if I just aim straight, if I give it the right speed, she should go just to that right side. Be a nice disc for this. Too high. Yeah, I think I threw that one a little bit too up instead of coming nice and flat. Well, it's not as close as I thought. I probably had the same shot with the redemption, so I'm probably looking at edge of circle 1, 30-footer here. Like I said, not a whole bunch of wind, so I should be able to just put it right in, you know, if I'm putting right today. Nope, just right. Last shot of the day here, if I can make this 5-foot comeback. That's it. So that ends our round. We finished at 5 under. I would like to shoot at least 7 under. That would probably be actually good for me. They moved all the baskets, you know, so they're short locations. There's no reason to really miss. But it was fun coming out here, throwing my brand new sponsor, Goliath Discs. I'm excited to learn them. You know, I've thrown them for a couple weeks now, and they're doing all right. You know, it just takes getting to learn them with the wind, talking, see what other discs we can come out with. You know, we probably only have maybe 8, 10 max discs out right now. So I'm excited to work with Team Goliath and just work on and see how many discs, you know, I know they're expensive, so don't think you can come out with the disc, you know, every other month. But just really honing in on getting the pillar, not the disc, the pillars down, but like the staples of the disc down. You know, like we have our putter. You need a stable driver, understable driver, even a flat mid-range, and a utility disc. The pillar's perfect, what I think and what I need it for. The Genesis is perfect. I love this disc. I have to learn how to throw it yet. You know, I have to putt with it. You kind of see my putts are all over the place. That's probably not me. That's me learning the putter, coming from a Luna for years. You know, it's a big time change to switch a putter. But no, I just want to thank you to Goliath Discs for picking me up, you know, as a player, and I look forward to building the brand, building the community, and hopefully some of you might want to throw these discs. I'll throw in 10% if you guys want any discs, anything from Goliath's page, whether hats, you know, if we can get you shirts, discs, either that or just let me know. If you can look me up on social media or follow my YouTube channel, I will get you 10% off any Goliath discs. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video.